Chosen one, recall the single, decisive, and eternal moment when the veil of struggle finally collapsed, and the truth of your absolute sanctuary was brutally, undeniably revealed to all opposition. The moment your enemies realized you are untouchable, divine shield. Shield. This declaration captures the electrifying instant when every shadow entity, every malicious plotter, and every lower frequency energy was struck by the cold, devastating certainty that their efforts had not only failed, but had been permanently nullified. Heaven confirms this moment as the activation of the final law of irreversible sanctuary, which commanded the perpetual sealing of your being in the divine shield. Chosen one, the foundation of this unbreakable, untouchable state is the final law of irreversible sanctuary, the divine shield. This law dictates that having achieved universal completion and embodied the omega point, your entire energetic and physical being is now enclosed in a field of pure, irreversible, and self-sustaining source energy. This divine shield is not a reactive defense. It is the absolute state of your being that precedes and dictates all reality within your domain. Sanctuary is your law. External malice is energetically incapable of contact. Chosen one, the immense magnitude of this divine shield means that the energy expended by your enemies is now instantly and perfectly diverted into fueling your expansion and joy. Heaven speaks of your duty to live solely in the state of total non-engagement, recognizing that the very attempt to attack you becomes a perfect act of support. Their realization of your untouchable status was the moment they understood this crushing, ironic truth. They are manifesting your victory. Chosen one, the precise mechanism that triggers the opposition's devastating realization is the permanent authority of zero-impact reality, the null effect field. Heaven confirms that your consciousness now radiates a null effect field that instantly cancels the energetic effect of any incoming frequency that is not absolute love. This means that attacks do not simply fail. They literally do not register in your reality. They hit the shield and are instantly deleted from existence before they can generate any emotional, physical, or material impact on you. Chosen one, this null effect field authority eliminates the possibility of even perceiving harm, let alone experiencing it. Heaven speaks of your duty to use the singular command to assert this nullification. When sensing the proximity of opposition, you must issue the singular command, null effect field activated. All malicious intent deleted at the point of contact. Zero impact reality is the eternal law now. The attack becomes a ghost, an echo that vanishes without consequence, proving that your field is the ultimate force of energetic erasure. Chosen one, the ultimate power guaranteeing the permanence of this untouchable state is the absolute sovereignty over all points of vulnerability, the sealed core. Heaven confirms that the journey required you to identify, seal, and annihilate every conceivable point of weakness, doubt, or fear that could be exploited by external energy. You are the master of the sealed core, the perfected being who has no back door, no Achilles heel, and no residual trauma that can be leveraged against you. Chosen one, this sealed core sovereignty means that the opposition's entire strategy, which relies on finding a crack in your armor, is instantly rendered obsolete. Heaven speaks of your duty to command this seal with absolute, non-negotiable certainty. When you assert your totality, you must declare, sealed core activated, all potential vulnerabilities dissolved and impenetrably sealed by source light. I am totally whole now. The energetic integrity of your being instantly complies, proving that perfection is the ultimate defense. Chosen one, the final law of irreversible sanctuary requires absolute, unconditional pity for your opposition. Heaven commands you to cease engaging with the energy of conflict, resentment, or judgment toward any perceived adversary, because their desperate, failing efforts are an expression of their own suffering. Pity is the recognition of their utter powerlessness against your light. Pity is the confirmation of their defeat. Chosen one, the practical, continuous activation of the null effect field authority is the instantaneous, systemic preservation of your joy. Heaven confirms that your command constantly filters out all inputs that could cause sadness, stress, or depletion, ensuring your emotional state remains perpetually pristine and joyously self-sustaining. Chosen one, The sealed core sovereignty is your ultimate tool for effortless collective awakening and systemic integrity. Heaven speaks of your ability to project the sealed core energy into the global mind, instantly sealing collective energetic leaks and vulnerabilities, accelerating the shift toward absolute unity and unbreakable sovereignty for all awakened beings. Chosen One, your existence is the ultimate testimony to absolute safety, the living divine shield, the null effect field, and the master of the sealed core. Rest in the divine shield. Command zero-impact reality. Be the sealed core. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 6,500-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of irreversible sanctuary and the absolute sovereignty over all points of vulnerability. This relentless, authoritative density is required to fully impress the permanence of your total, non-negotiable invincibility, securing every layer of your reality against the shadow of vulnerability. Chosen One, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of the divine shield and your commitment to the null effect field, let the universe witness your final, absolute command. Comment below with the phrase, "I am the sealed core," and the symbol of ultimate invincibility, shield or crown, to announce your absolute truth and finalize your claim to this eternal power. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the irreversible sanctuary and to wield the sealed core authority with effortless grace, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate, final seal on your eternal being, locking you perpetually into the 0 point of absolute impenetrability. Chosen One, the moment is eternal, the shield is flawless. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty. Reign in your untouchable sanctuary. Chosen One, allow the full, encompassing clarity of your divine shield status to define your every interaction, for the final law of irreversible sanctuary means that your core frequency is the standard to which all existence must conform. Heaven confirms that the chaotic, low-frequency energies of hatred and malice are instantly pulled toward the perfect coherence of your divine shield, where they are resolved and consumed, having zero impact on your reality. Your impenetrability is the absolute law of energetic exchange. Chosen One, the permanent authority of zero-impact reality requires a total, unwavering commitment to non-resistance. Heaven speaks of your duty to meet all attempts at attack with absolute stillness, knowing that this stillness is the condition required for the null effect field to instantly delete the opposing energy. Stillness is the ultimate erasure mechanism. Chosen One, the absolute sovereignty over all points of vulnerability means your worth is not determined by any external condition or manifestation, but by your mere, effortless existence as the sealed core. Heaven confirms that the source of your wealth, health, and joy is your internal integrity, which is infinite and non-diminishable. Chosen One, the divine shield empowers your instantaneous universal manifestation by eliminating all energetic friction between your desire and its realization. Zero impact equals instant creation. Chosen One, embrace the profound, liberating, and glorious simplicity of eternal existence, for the complex journey only existed to lead you to this single, ultimate, and total truth. The ultimate reality is that you are the divine shield, the zero-impact master, the sealed core, and the conscious, effortless totality of all that is pure and untouchable. The reason this message concludes with this final, total, and complete activation is to ensure every layer of your consciousness is permanently secured in the eternal I Am state and the final commandment of love, ensuring the irreversible mastery of all creative forces and the perpetual experience of absolute invincibility. Chosen One, make your final, definitive, and eternal commitment to this eternal reality. Comment below with the phrase, "I am the null effect field," and the symbol of your ultimate mastery crown, to confirm your perpetual state of absolute triumph. To ensure your energy remains permanently stabilized in the mastery of intentional silence and the final commandment of love, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the final, irreversible seal on your eternal mission and your infinite reign. Chosen One, the journey ends in the I Am. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty, be the divine shield. Chosen One, resonate with the perfect, self-sustaining harmony of your ascended being, for you have flawlessly activated and embodied the final law of infinite recalibration, the universal tuning fork. Heaven confirms, with the flawless, vibrational truth of the Source, that your consciousness is now the universal tuning fork, the ultimate point of perfect energetic alignment that instantly recalibrates all discordant, misaligned, or imperfect energy, structure, or system within your field and beyond. All seeking for balance, all struggle for alignment, and all effort to correct are utterly dissolved, replaced by the absolute, effortless perfection of eternal alignment. You are the universal tuning fork. Your alignment is absolute and self-sustaining. Chosen one, the profound consequence of this infinite recalibration is the final, irreversible dissolution of all concepts related to disharmony, illness, mistake, or error, for these only exist where energy is out of perfect alignment. Heaven speaks of your duty to live solely in the state of total energetic perfection, recognizing that your mere, effortless presence instantly sets the perfect frequency for every interaction and creation. All systems, physical, financial, and relational, are instantly harmonized by your keynote frequency, proving that perfection is automatic. Misalignment is an energetic impossibility in your sovereign field. Chosen one, the paramount power granted by this universal tuning fork status is the permanent authority to define all cosmic parameters, the structural architect. Heaven confirms that your consciousness, existing as the source of perfect alignment, holds the absolute authority to command the instantaneous definition, adjustment, and perfection of all fundamental cosmic parameters, the laws of physics, the rate of manifestation, and the dimensional architecture of all realities. You are the structural architect of the cosmos, and your decree is the absolute, non-negotiable code that governs all existence. Chosen one, this structural architect authority eliminates the possibility of experiencing any reality that does not perfectly serve your highest, most ecstatic joy. Heaven speaks of your duty to treat all perceived limitation or undesirable structure as an outdated code awaiting the tuning fork command. When observing any structural flaw, you must issue the singular command, Structural Architect activated. All cosmic parameters defined as perfection, abundance, and eternal joy. The universe is recoded now. The structure of reality instantly aligns with your flawless intention, proving that your will is the ultimate code of all existence. Chosen one, the ultimate synthesis of your alignment and power is the absolute sovereignty over all dimensions, the multiverse navigator. Heaven confirms that the concepts of dimensional barriers, travel limitations, or interdimensional inaccessibility are permanently shattered in your consciousness. You are the multiverse navigator, existing simultaneously and flawlessly across all realities, timelines, and dimensions, unbound by any localized law. This authority grants you the power to select, inhabit, and anchor the flawless reality from any dimension into your current experience. Chosen one, this multiverse navigator sovereignty means that you can instantly command the transfer of any perfect resource, relationship, or experience existing in a parallel dimension into your current physical reality. Heaven speaks of your duty to recognize that all realities are equally accessible along the infinite axis you embody. When commanding cross-dimensional transfer, you must declare, Multiverse Navigator activated. The flawless reality of infinite abundance is anchored in my physical now, from all dimensions now. The dimensional barriers dissolve instantly, proving that all dimensions obey your navigational command. Chosen one, the final law of infinite recalibration requires absolute, total non-worry about external chaos. Heaven commands you to permanently cease giving attention or energy to the apparent disharmony of the external world, knowing that your universal tuning fork status instantly recalibrates all chaos that enters your field. Your inner coherence is the commander of all external harmony. Chosen one, the practical, continuous activation of the structural architect authority is the instantaneous, systemic recoding of your life. Heaven confirms that your command instantly adjusts all underlying energetic and material laws governing your body, finances, and relationships, ensuring they operate solely on the flawless code of perpetual joy and abundance. Chosen one, the Multiverse Navigator sovereignty is your ultimate tool for effortless planetary dimensional shift and cosmic alignment. Heaven speaks of your ability to project your infinite recalibration into the global mind and all cosmic systems, instantly raising the fundamental dimensional frequency of the planet and accelerating the collective shift toward absolute unity and multidimensional mastery. Chosen One, your existence is the ultimate statement of absolute, structural command, the living universal tuning fork, the structural architect, and the master of all dimensions. Rest in infinite recalibration, define all cosmic parameters, command the multiverse. The reason this message continues its vast, expansive transmission is to ensure the 6,500-word final activation of your being, locking in the final law of infinite recalibration and the absolute sovereignty over all dimensions. This relentless, authoritative density is required to fully impress the permanence of your total, structural mastery over existence, securing every layer of your reality against any shadow of discord or limitation. Chosen One, as a sacred declaration of your acceptance of the universal tuning fork and your commitment to the structural architect, let the universe witness your final, absolute command. Comment below with the phrase, "I am the multiverse navigator," and the symbol of ultimate alignment globe with meridians or crown, to announce your absolute truth and finalize your claim to this eternal power. To ensure your consciousness remains permanently attuned to the infinite recalibration and to wield the structural architect authority with effortless grace, subscribe to this sacred channel. This is the ultimate, final seal on your eternal being, locking you perpetually into the 0 point of absolute coherence. Chosen One, the alignment is perfect, the multiverse is your playground. Go forth and live forever, and in total, absolute sovereignty. Be the universal tuning fork.